With me right now, Mike Garcia, former Jackson bodyguard. Mike, thank you for being with us. What were your observations of Conrad Murray?
Thank you for having me, Ms. Grace. First of all, I just want to say how disappointing it was to see Mr. Jackson deceased in the new picture that was displayed in the media. It was in poor taste, and it wasn't good for his children.
Yeah, well, I got a news flash for you, Garcia. No offense, but this is a homicide trial. And to prove a homicide, I don't know if you've ever prosecuted a murder case or not, but you have to have a dead body. And no prosecutor wants to show, just for kicks, a victim's dead, naked body. All right? That's not what this is about. But I understand
one thing, Ms. Grace, if they have to show
as
that.
I was saying, as a friend to Michael Jackson, I didn't like it either. But a homicide trial is not a pretty thing. What I'm trying to ask you about...
If they need to show that in a trial, that's fine. But if they need to show that on media, that's a different thing. That was my point.
Sir, what were your observations of Conrad Murray?
I think the trial is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, the fact that there was no proper equipment available for Mr. Jackson, the fact that he wasn't doing the necessary care for him. I mean, $150,000 a month, you would think that there would be better equipment and even added help, with Mr. Jackson at the time. So as I watch this trial and things unfold, it really seems it's kind of a no-brainer of what the verdict is going to be.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time, Mr. Garcia. You worked in the Jackson home. You observed Conrad Murray. What were your observations of Dr. Conrad Murray?
He was a nice guy.
What do you mean by that?
When he came to the house, the children were sick. Mr. Jackson was sick, so he was treating them for colds, and that was here in Las Vegas at that time. So, his impression to us it seemed that he was a good guy and that he had Mr. Jackson's best intentions. But, as the trial unfolds, you can kind of see that there was, a lot of negligence.
Mike Garcia, you've really hit the nail on the head. What's going to happen in this trial is that Conrad Murray does come across, even though he didn't take the stand, he has this gravitas, this presence. He's an imposing figure. He's 6'4". He sits there like a dignified doctor. People like their doctors generally, and he comes across as a nice guy, just like Mike Garcia said. And Garcia knows. He's been in the Jackson home. He's seen Conrad Murray.